Hi, I have bangs now. And I did it. I finished Inktober 2023. And boy, was it a doozy. If you haven't watched my first Inktober video, what are you doing here? Why haven't you watched every single video of mine? Do you not like me?
Anyway.
If you didn't see it, you don't have to enjoy this video, though I'd recommend you should, because it's actually the best video on YouTube, and you'd be missing out if you don't. But in this video, I'll be talking a little bit about my Inktober 2023 journey post-completion, and I'll be showing you the TikToks that I promised to post after the challenge was over. That's right, the girl who just started her YouTube channel did not in fact make a proper video documenting her Inktober 2023 process. As I explained in the last video, I work on my Inktober pieces all over the place, and I can't really bring a ring light and tripod wherever I go. So instead, I filmed a bunch of TikToks documenting my process, and I'll show them to you in a minute. First, I like to go over my thoughts about my personal experience with Inktober this year. This year's Inktober was a lot for me. I did not anticipate how much schoolwork I was going to get this semester, so I had no idea that completing this challenge would be so hard. However, I am going to let you guys in on a little secret. I cheat on Inktober. That's right, lock me up, throw away the key. I usually start the process of making my prompt list and the earlier drawings in early to mid-September. Listen, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. There is no possible way that I would be able to create an entire piece of artwork every single day in October with the way that I personally make my art. From sketch to ink to color to shading. I would be carving at the very least 2 hours out of my day solely for Inktober, and that's just not possible for me. Without being too much of a downer, this semester has taken its toll on me. The workload has been super heavy, and I feel like I've had zero time to chill. And because I take Inktober so seriously, I didn't allow myself to take any breaks unless I was actively working on an Inktober piece. I don't follow my own advice. I've told people, and maybe even mentioned it on here, that they shouldn't do Inktober if it feels like a burden. They shouldn't worry about missing a day or making the drawings too complex or overcomplicated, and yet I didn't do that. I stressed over getting them done in time while trying to maintain the levels of intricacy that I've had in the past. I ignored every time that my brain told me, this isn't healthy, you should just take a break and pick it back up when it feels more like fun than work. And I certainly never missed an Instagram post. What would people think of me if I didn't post an Inktober piece every single day of the month of October? They'd be so disappointed, I told myself. They'd think, well, she's unreliable and inconsistent, and I probably shouldn't trust her. That especially applies to commissions. I thought if people saw me being inconsistent, they would think, well, I definitely shouldn't commission her. All of these thoughts swimming around my head made having the notion of taking a break or slowing down impossible. I was on this roller coaster that I built and technically knew how to stop, but couldn't. It wasn't until after I finished my very last piece, sighed my breath of relief, and asked myself, was it worth it? Were the hours of staying up late after a long day of school and homework worth the outcome? My honest answer this year is no. You might have expected me to say yes and say that the artworks themselves were worth all the stress, and in other years I would have said that. But the stress of Inktober didn't just go away after I finished the last piece. It lingered for the next few days. And even as I'm saying this right now, I get that feeling in my stomach of, did I finish the Inktober piece for tomorrow? I completely missed the true meaning of Inktober this year, in favor of yielding all 31 pieces on the deadline. All I can say is, at least I'm honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but I'm also not going to glorify what I did to myself. If you're thinking about joining Inktober next year, or if you're doing a similar challenge that's not mandatory, don't follow my footsteps. It's easier said than done, but I promise that that voice in your head that's telling you that you need to push yourself even farther is just there to bully you and force yourself to overwork yourself. mentally and physically, and you should ignore it. Replace it with a voice that reassures you that people don't care if you missed a deadline that you set for yourself. It's nice when you do accomplish something, sure, and people may congratulate you, but I promise that they aren't judging you as harshly as you think when you don't finish something. I need to start taking my own advice, and I'll try to more in the future. And it's not that I'm not proud of the work that I did, or that I had no fun at all, but I need to listen to myself when my mind is telling me that the stress of the process is outweighing the potential satisfaction of the outcome. And I think you should do the same. That's all for my TED Talk section. Now I'll play the TikToks that I made during my process of making this year's Inktober pieces. Enjoy! Hello again. Hope you enjoyed seeing those fleeting glimpses of me working on Inktober. Again, sorry about there being no actual documentation of my process. If I had all the time in the world to work on my pieces at home, I would definitely have made a video like that. But I hope those TikToks were enough to show you a little bit of how I work. Thank you so much for watching this video. And now you can go watch my first Inktober video if you'd like. That will be right here. Look out for the sketchbook tours of all my Inktober books coming sometime in the future, so you can see all of my pieces, as well as my other regular sketchbook tours. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok to see more of the pieces. That's gonna do it for this video. Have a lovely November. Love ya! Bye!